awesome, handsome man. How
Hey, what's
are
up?
you?
Hey, what's up? How are you, man?
I'm just very calm, very just confused because I'm trying to figure out should I buy the Sergeant Pepper Lonely Hearts Club Band shirt, the Beatles shirt, and it's just very annoying because I'm like, how many Beatles shirts should I get? And I'm like, I don't know.
Hey,
I
man.
want more. And I'm like,
Sometimes.
it's like $23, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm like, I might have to hold back. I gotta contain myself, you know. I know that you know you can't do that, but
Hey,
I
man.
have to.
Sometimes you gotta do it. Just do
But
it.
would you like to open up the show?
Well, hello. This is the Power of Friendship.
Hmm.
I'm your host, Sailor Gaines, and
And
my co-host.
Benny J Blanco.
Hey, what's up, baby? Ooh.
Hey, what's up? So, uh, we didn't really know a schedule for how the show is going to be. So,
Yes.
you'll at least always get a show a week, but there was just something I wanted to talk about, and
Hmm.
things have been stirring in this part of the industry, which is music.
Yes.
Music, obviously, is very important to billions of people,
Yes,
and
sir.
if you don't like music, I don't know why you're in this planet, honestly.
Yes, sir. We got some
So,
music. Yep, we got some music
like,
today. We got a
oh,
lot of stuff.
we got a lot.
I got you.
It's
I
just
got you. I got you. I
okay.
got you with the Marvel news and all that stuff like that. You know, the 4 1s and 2s, whatever
Well,
you need.
would you like to since our big topic is music? Do you want to get the
Oh,
other medium news out of
okay.
the way
All right.
first?
Got you. Okay. We'll
Even
talk.
they're important. Don't get me wrong, they are
Yeah.
important. So let's go with it.
Ooh. Okay. Well, we'll start off with Marvel's Phase 4. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
A random trailer just come out of nowhere, right? We get the
I was
titles.
like,
We get the
okay.
titles for Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, The Marvels, which is Captain Marvel 2,
I'm hyped for that one.
and then we get the actual release dates for every movie. And it's weird because I'm like, damn, I haven't seen something like this in like 5 years when they
Oh
showed like the
man.
first two phases and
Oh
phase
man.
three. This has been weird. I mean, we had a whole year with no Marvel movies, and now it
Right.
feels really good.
Yeah.
And we get three this year, man.
Yeah.
Three.
And then we got
Not
the.
one, not two, but
Woo-hoo.
three.
And we also got the shows. Don't forget the shows, man.
Oh yeah. And we
Uh,
got the little leak for Miss Marvel, her
oh, you see? You
costume.
see the costume? What you
I
think?
saw the costume. It's as I expected and wanted it to be. It looked great.
Okay, yeah, it's very accurate. I said, "Oh, excuse me."
I'm
Okay.
just wondering, are they going to how expensive it's going to be? Since if a lot of people don't know, her powers are basically as like her powers are like Mr. Fantastic. She
Well, word
can
on the
stretch.
street, they changed their powers. Well, she had. I
Oh.
think she still has the elastic powers, but I think she has like a bracelet or something that glows purple. That's word on the street that glows purple, and she shoots energy blasts. I'm like, so all of them, all three Marvel characters shoot energy blasts now. I was like, oh, okay,
I guess it's just a staple that they
oh,
like
okay,
to have. Whatever,
yeah.
right? It's whatever.
All right.
I feel weird because I'm like, well, she is technically, she's an inhuman, but who knows if Marvel even gives a crap
Oh
about
man,
that?
ooh, I saw that in IMAX. I saw that
uh,
episode in IMAX. That's all I'm gonna
oof.
say. So,
Oh,
all
rough.
right, Benny. Question. So,
What's up?
out of all those movies, which three are you hyped the most? Like, which one?
Okay, so I'm very excited to see Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, as we know that it's going to be basically an homage to Chadwick Boseman's character as
Okay.
T'Challa.
Ooh.
I'm more curious on how they're going to do his death in this movie and like what way. And I think personally, it's the most important movie in that bunch, just
Ah.
because,
Ooh, okay.
just because of what Black Panther meant to
Right.
so many walks of life when that first movie came out, and the fact that he had such a tragic end for his life, man. It's just a
Oh, that was sad,
big
man.
that legacy just will never be filled. But
R.I.P.
to
man.
see this,
R.I.P. man.
just to see this movie even being made, it's beautiful. And then the title, Wakanda Forever, as cheesy as that may be, I'm like, there's no other
What
title I
else?
could think
What
of.
else? What else you could
And
do?
and I think that's going to be very very just
So
beautiful.
quick. So all
What's
right.
up?
Who do you think the villain's gonna be?
I don't know because they killed the two villains in the first movie.
You think they'll
That's
be
the
there?
issue.
You think they go flood Wakanda like Namor? Like
Oh,
Namor?
I was actually going to say that. It could be. It could be. It could. Why not? Why
Cause
not?
he's a mutant, right? Right? Am I not wrong?
He's
Kind
like
of.
yeah, he's like in that weird vein where he is mutant and not
Okay.
really. It's weird, but
Okay.
I see that's the problem with Marvel is they keep on killing off their villains.
Okay. All right. All right. Another question. All right, Benny. So, what do you do with Chadwick Boseman? What do you? How do you do it? How do you? How would you do it?
I don't know. I mean, like honestly, they're probably going to be like he. I can't think like he probably had like something. They probably do something like the weird thing that happened in Endgame, him coming back. Some I don't know, bro. It's either he wants to go to the spirit world or he just took a weird voyage or he he died in battle. I don't know. Like I can't think of anything like I can't think of anything honestly. Because they didn't leave anything like where they could do it in the movies where it was just like, oh yeah, that like I would be like, oh, vibranium gives you cancer. Who knew that?
Mm.
Woo! I don't
Woo.
know. I don't know.
Okay.
It's
All right.
unfortunate.
All right. So, all right. Do you all right? Who do you put as in the Black Panther mantle? Who do you put? Who do you put?
I put the White Panther. You know the White Fox, man. You
Wait,
know
really?
Bucky. No, bro, no.
I like.
I
Oh.
mean, I honestly think the movie is just gonna be like I think it's just gonna be like a bunch of main characters instead of one main character.
Wow. So you saying
'Cause
nobody suits up? Nobody suits up?
I think that probably will be the centerpiece of that movie. Who will take the
Who?
mantle? Because no one wants it, but
Mm,
Wakanda needs the
the Black
Panther.
Panther.
I
Oh.
don't know. I mean, I
Who?
would say his sister, but his sister seems more like the chair person, like the person behind the scenes helping out. I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know. They could introduce a new character, a new
Gotcha.
family into it. I don't know. It's just it's just such a big mantle to to fill,
Mm,
man. You know what I
gotcha.
mean? Just
Yeah.
because they didn't expect this to happen, so there was nothing to build upon. You know what I mean? Because he only had one movie and then three guest appearances.
Okay. So all right. So that comes out July and what? July 7th.
Hmm.
July 8th, 2022. That's when
Yeah.
that drops. All right. So what's your other one?
Doctor Strange.
Ooh,
Doctor
oh,
Strange 2.
okay.
Just
Okay.
because I mean the what is it? The Multiverse of Madness.
Yep.
I
Mm,
mean, but I mean, first off, we already get confirmed that Scarlet Witch is going to be in it, so
that's a
you know there's
that's
going to be some crazy stuff is going to happen.
that's a
And
big deal. That's a big one.
with
That's a big
with
one.
well, technically, then my third movie is going to be No Way Home. So
That's
just because
okay.
just
That's on
because
my
you
list.
have that Doctor Strange connection for that movie, then you have a Doctor Strange movie where they're just going to be blending the multiverse. Like, is this how we get mutants? Is it going to be like a blending of
So
certain
many.
realms and stuff? Like, I don't know, but Doctor Strange has a big part in something that's going to happen.
Mm.
Those are my three, just because I'm really intrigued on what they're going to do with these three films. But what about you?
All right. For me, I really, I want to say. Oh, wow, was that? I really am intrigued by Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That one's weird. I don't know what it is. It's Andrew Garfield was like, "Oh, I'm not coming back." Oh, I didn't get the call. Okay, all right.
But you know how they all lie, you know
Yeah,
that.
so I'm kind of like I'm open to that, and also I'm really want to see what. Oh, I love Jane Foster Thor, man. I love Jane Foster Thor,
Oh yeah, I
but
forgot Love and
but
Thunder.
but I don't know what they're gonna have a lot going on in that movie, and also Thor
They
is
have
kind of
so many
weird.
characters. They have so many
And
characters. They have Guardians. Then they
oh,
have Thor. Then they have
Thor
Jane
the God
Foster.
Butcher. Ooh, Thor
I
the
mean,
God
like
Butcher, man.
the movie sounds like it's going to be like a 3 hour movie, bro.
I mean, I'm with it. I mean, Jokey Thor is a little weird to me, but I understand like what they did with him. But I like the old Thor, the
Oh
first
yeah.
one, first movie. That's my jam.
I
When he
mean,
says,
it was the most
"Whoo,"
authentic, type of Thor. Like,
I
what was it?
agree. I agree. I was like, that got me reading some Thor when he said, "You're an old man and a fool." That's my
Hmm.
part. That's my part. But I want to see how to do Jane Foster, man. I'm excited. The action figures, I need it. The books, I need it. And then it has to be. I mean, Fantastic Four is my jam.
Oh yeah.
I
You
love
see,
Fantastic Four.
I couldn't really put them. I think because I'm like, we don't know who's
I don't know
cast.
anything
We don't
about that.
know anything about it. But the
But
fact it's on the slate is good.
Fantastic Four is my jam. Sue Storm, man, one of
And
the
I
greatest
like how
Marvel
they're
characters of
going.
all time.
I like how they're going to start with Fantastic Four first before X-Men.
Yeah. Oh,
That is really good. That's
yeah.
very good because I'm like they're the first
So,
family
so
of
you
Marvel.
think they're the heart and soul of Marvel? The heart, I mean the soul.
I mean, like
Oh,
for a very long time they were because every
okay.
time you wanted to introduce a new team, a new character in Marvel, you put them first as a guest appearance in the Fantastic Four. That's what happened
Gotcha.
with. I mean, like look at the first official issue of Spider-Man, the Fantastic Four. The first
Yes,
appearance of
sir.
Black Panther,
Yes,
Fantastic
sir.
Four. The first
Yes,
appearance
sir.
of what
Silver Surfer.
Silver Surfer. I mean, obviously that. I mean, like so
Ooh.
many characters had their first appearance in a Fantastic Four because Fantastic Four saved Steve Stan Lee's job, saved
Yeah.
Marvel, and probably like just helped the comic book industry as a whole because now kids and family and grown adults can read this book.
Oh man.
So I mean, yeah, for a very long time I thought that they are the heart and soul, and then they just wither away just because of rights issues, relevancy. But I think more so than ever, we need that in comic books. It's more of a family structure. I mean, the best stories, in my opinion, of Superman is with Lois and John family. Because guess
I
what?
agree.
Because all we have together, I mean, we all can relate to a family
Right.
situation. I mean, for the most of us that are privileged to have families, but
Yes, sir.
yeah, the Fantastic Four are their family, a very chaotic and crazy family with
Woo!
crazy responsibilities. Don't get me wrong. So yeah, dude, I am just interested in seeing the cast and just I don't know. I can't wait to see the cast. I can't wait to see how you always say, "Give me the negativity."
Woo!
So,
That's what I'm talking
so
about, baby. That's already effective, my man. Do you guys younger or older?
I think it's going to be middle. I think it's going to be maybe late 20s and maybe the 30s. I think they want. I think they're going to get people that are not too old because they're going to have to be
Multiple
in this for
movies.
yeah. So I think maybe mid 20s or late 20s, and obviously whoever they're going to get for their Victor Von Doom is going to have to be a little bit older, just because they're going to have that mature, intimidating like stature. Personally, in my opinion,
Okay.
that's his man.
Okay. Okay. And my what else my third one was? I want Captain Marvels, man. I want to see what they do with Carol, man. I
The
love Carol.
Marvels.
I want to see what they do with that. But other than that, there is one of Eternals is weird, but
Who
that's a whole other thing.
the hell knows who are the Eternals? Jesus,
I
man.
know a little bit of them, but I was like, okay, cool. But like the
I don't. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be their little way of showing like how the X Men started. Maybe just because remember it was the what was it the Eternals?
then that's
Uh,
beyond. Was it
was like
Beyonders?
no. Well, the Beyonders were like no. Like the three races in the planet Earth. It was humans, the Eternals, and then the Deviants. That's what it was.
Uh,
There was those
that was
three
like,
like species in Earth, and it was like some weird experiments that the Deviants did to make mutants, but they all three lived on planet Earth because the Eternals were technically revered as gods. Like that's where a lot of the myth.
ah,
But I don't know that I think the probably the best way to maybe integrate the mutants or maybe like have a throw off line, something. I don't know.
right.
We'll see.
That,
But the only weird thing is that it looks like the movie is going to take place in modern age. So I'm like, okay.
yeah, like the footage looked good though. I was like, all right, I'm in it. I'm in it to win it. I'm in it to win it. I'm in it to win it.
So,
Okay, and more. I got some other news.
what's up?
Obi-Wan Kenobi has started shooting.
I can't wait to see Hayden Christian as Vader, man.
Oh man, I'm glad he's back, man.
I am so
Oh, I'm
happy,
so
dude.
glad he's
It's
back.
such a long,
That's my. I
long
like him.
time.
Okay, so what's your favorite Star Wars movie as of right now?
As of right now, Rogue One.
Yo, that's my favorite too. That's what.
Yeah.
Yo, that movie was fire, man.
Bro, I mean, like, look, the whole movie is amazing, but you can't deny that last scene with Vader, where
Chills, man.
everybody just
Chills.
straight up scared. All you hear is the breathing, and then the one lifesaver, and then he just goes ham, blocks everything, uses the force. That scene was utterly scary, and that was a minute. That was 1 minute almost of a scene.
Yes.
But the whole movie, like, just the sheer like desperation that the rebels had. That guess what? The rebels aren't all sunshine and rainbows in the original trilogy. They had to do some really dirty and shady shit just to get to where they have to go. Because you have to play dirty.
Oh man, I'll never forget that movie, man. I said, "Yo, I really love how it looked, man. The feel. Oh, I wish. Oh, that movie, man. We need another one like that, man.
I am the force, and the force is with. What was it? I am the force, and the force is with me.
Oh, Johnny!
Yeah,
Johnny. He was killing him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
the movie was. It was really good. I think it gets slightly underappreciated because of the whole controversy with the sequel trilogies.
Yeah.
But that was like the golden nugget in that bunch.
That was fire.
Personally.
Okay, we got some crazy. All right. Well, we got some Zoe Kravitz Catwoman footage. It looks pretty. I'm excited for the Batman movie. It looks crazy. It looks wild.
The Batman movie.
I like Matt Reeves though. So I'm Matt Reeves.
I mean, dude, the photo that you posted, it was with a Matt Reeves movie with the War of the Planet of the Apes.
That trilogy is fire.
Matt Reeves is great. I mean, he's a great director. I have every trust.
I love it.
It's just, I just hear all this bull crap behind the scenes, like, all these rumors are like, there's just a lot of just conflicting issues and stuff like that. I'm like, God darn it. Not now.
Not now. Not now. I'm excited for it. I want to see it because Zoe Kravitz is good, but okay. But next we got some wild DC news. So breaking news. WB is looking for a black director to direct Superman. And
that
also,
can be you?
What? I don't want that burden on my shoulders, bro. I don't. And then they're gonna use Calvin Harris. They're not gonna use Val Zod. They're gonna use Kal-El for make him black.
Okay. Here's the stupid thing about it. Like, no, you don't do that. They are literally specific, actual, like, Supermen in the multiverse that are black. Like, not even like Calvin Harris, who's the president of the United States, who's basically supposed to be Obama. But you do have Val Zod. You have Earth 2 Society.
Yes, sir. That suit is fire.
Like, you legit have Supermen at your disposal. But I know what they're trying to do. They just want the negativity. They want all the fucking talk in the media. And that's the biggest issue, I think, of all, is these companies aren't fucking dumb. They know what they're doing. Like, look, when they did the Ariel thing, showing her being black. Oh, Disney couldn't have known that the world was gonna go in flames. Of course they knew, because guess what was the biggest talk for that week was that. But guess what? Guess who's bigger than fucking Ariel? Superman.
That's gonna be crazy, man.
I know. I'll watch it. I'll watch it just because I'm a Superman fan. Yeah. But like, it's just the sheer like sliminess that so many of these companies do, just because they want to get that talk. Because like negative news like that, like controversy, just racks up the money, man. And I hate that.
They said it may be a period piece.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be really cool. I've always wanted to watch a Superman in a period piece. That'd be really nice.
For the good people out there, Explain the period piece.
Basically, a period piece is all right. We're in modern day right now, and a period piece is literally a movie being filmed. And I would give it like a 10 year, 10 year, like a decade, like from the current date that you're in. That's a period piece, in my
Right.
opinion. Just because
Mm-hmm.
10 years ago was different than now. Like 2010 was a little bit different, but usually period pieces in modern cinema they usually go for like it's usually like anything before the 90s. Honestly,
Okay.
anything before the 90s, just because like the
That would be.
90s kind of looks like us, but fashion and society was different. I usually would just say like a period piece is anything without a cell phone in it.
That's gonna be weird. I'm
Yeah,
down. I
I
I'm
don't
all about
mind.
superhero stuff, man. I
I don't mind.
this whole superhero thing, bro. I'm ready for the whole my whole pull list to be made into animated or live action movie, man. I'm ready.
Jeez, really?
I by the time we're like 50, I think everything is gonna be they're gonna. I think the comic books are the next thing they're gonna use from everything, and then they might move on to anime a little bit more.
Yeah,
I think,
but anime is
but
tricky, man.
yeah, that's why I say anime is hard to do, but I think comic book movies are going to be that right now.
Oh
They're going to
yeah.
be it's the thing now.
Well,
But
comic book movies like they translate well to cinema, but
yeah,
like for some reason anime just because like it's a different style and it's really hard
yes, yeah.
to put into live action.
I love super. I was like, I like Superman. Is something that man, I don't know. I like Henry. I love Henry, but I want to
Oh,
see
I
more.
love it.
I want more, man. I
I
want
mean, I
more.
wish I would have got more Henry, man. I wish
But
I
I
would have
think
got more
the
him.
thing about DC is the multiverse thing is like you can do it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I
you can
want.
do anything.
That's what I
Yeah,
said. So kind of like I'm fine with the Superman on the side, and you didn't have
I don't mind. It's just the
I
multiverse.
get yeah. That's what I said. So what do you think about Ta-Nehisi Coates? What do you think about him?
As in referred to what in
As
what
right, because you're a
context?
writer, as a writer, as a
I mean, Tama, the coach is like. I mean, he worked for in Atlanta, Atlanta like Atlanta Post or something like
Mhm.
one of the newspaper companies in Atlanta, Georgia. I mean, I don't have no problem. I mean, I've read a couple of his obviously issues and comic books of Black Panther and then Captain America.
yeah.
I mean, he knows what he likes to write.
His cap is fire. His cap is crazy. Black Panther's good
He,
too, but his cap is crazy. I love it.
his
I love his cap.
his writing technique is it's racially like energized, racially like forward. I mean people people don't like to read about really sensitive topics, and he writes
Yeah,
it. I mean, he'll write
yeah.
it
I'll
just
write
because,
it.
like, I'm going to write something from personal experience and
Gotcha.
things that I see personally and put it into a format where millions of people will read it, whether it's a newspaper or a book or a comic book. I mean, he does it. I mean, he's a great writer. I won't put him down. I mean, he's a hustler. I mean, he works his ass off,
I
and
agree. I
I
agree.
personally don't have any issues with the things he does. I mean,
I'm
like
excited.
I'm not that deep into Coates just because I haven't read too much of his things,
Yeah.
but I know he's in different mediums. I mean, he writes for a lot of things. I mean, that's not just a comic book writer.
Gotcha. I bang with him. I bang with him. I like some of his stuff. All right. So another thing for me. Well, another thing.
Ooh.
Any DC other stuff you want to talk about? Anything DC you
No,
want?
no.
Well, we know. In the Flash, Cisco Ramon is leaving, and Tom Cavanaugh is leaving. I don't know his
Ooh.
real name. I don't know.
Ah.
Do you watch any of the CW shows still or
I actually
no?
haven't watched in like maybe a couple of seasons, but I mean I know the actors. I mean it's sad. It's sad, but it doesn't really surprise me just because I've been on that show for 7 years.
Yeah,
So
that
I mean it is time to move on. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to
it's
be typecast and doing the same thing over and over
over and
again.
over again.
So,
Yeah, I like his first Flash though. His first Flash was fire. Either
yeah.
one of the Flash was that. I liked it. Up to I stopped like after like maybe 4 or 5. I stopped watching.
It starts to get repetitive just because like all the
Yeah,
villains are speedster, the
but
villains are speedster.
yeah, but I do love the crossover though. They're special,
Oh
man.
yeah. I always watch the crossovers just because
I
I'm
love
like,
the
why
crossovers.
not, man? Why
Crisis on Infinite
not?
Earth was crazy. I need that. I like that. That was dope. But I don't. CW's weird. Only thing I'm watching, I like Stargirl, but I usually wait till they all drop, and then I'll watch
Yeah, and
like
then watch
maybe
like the whole season.
yeah to see if I like them or not. But I really
Yeah.
like Stargirl's okay. Superman and Lois are definitely something I was like surprised with and how the budget is and everything. That was kind of crazy. That was kind of crazy, man. I was like, all right, okay, Superman and Lois, you got me. You got me by my heart. It's weird. I like seeing Superman with kids. It's dope.
Yeah, dude, I
But
love him as a father.
I
Best
kind of
story.
wish Damien was in the show. But I understand Batman stuff like that. But
Yeah, unfortunately.
all right, this is for me. Red Sonja has
Ooh.
been cast finally. For the love of God,
Ooh, wait, who
I
is it?
it's Hannah John Kamen. She's from Ghost and Ant Man and the Wasp.
Oh, I
But
see the actress now.
yeah,
Okay.
okay. But it's like weird. It could work. I'm fine. But Red Sonja has always been like on my pull list that it's one of the books I just can't not
Give
pull,
up. Get
get
yeah.
rid of, or not get
Yeah,
rid of.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
dropped it. I'm lying. I'm lying. I dropped it recently, but I am reading Red Sonja like it's either one or two books I'm reading her. Like she's in like a crossover. I'm reading her in it right now. I think with Dynamite. But I like Red Sonja has always been one of the characters I really love the most, man. I've been reading since day one. I've been reading comics. She's dope. But I
Well,
want to.
like Red Sonja, I mean, like, cause she does come from the Conan like ethos thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I mean, like having her like, cause I guess a lot of people are probably complaining because she is like a woman of color almost,
Yeah.
but
Kind of.
like,
Yeah.
remember, like characters like Red Sonja and Conan, they're always outside. They're always either in the sun or they're out there fighting
Yeah.
and being brutal. I mean, like,
Yep.
I really hope that she maybe slightly bulks up, just because like Red Sonja has always been depicted as
Right.
a
God.
like masculine, almost like
Yeah.
just strong and powerful.
Jacked. Yeah. Cause I'm kind of like,
We'll see. I mean, she was crazy in Ant Man and the Wasp, just because like her character was like loony. But I would like to see her to be more
yeah. I'm down.
empowering and strong.
I want to see what they do because I know Rose McGowan was gonna do Red Sonja like a while ago, but
Yeah.
she looks like Red Sonja. I see. I mean, it's fine, but I still want. I still want. I mean, I'm fine. Red Sonja's my girl. I like, but I want to see what they do with it. And she's a good actress. So, but she also playing Jill too, man.
Who?
She's playing Jill in the Resident Evil remake.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. I can see it. I can see it.
Mm-hmm. And I think they got a new director because Brian Singer was going to direct the film. So I was like,
Oh
ooh.
yeah, but the whole
Yeah,
controversy with him shit.
yeah, yeah, yikers, yikers.
Yeah.
I said, well,
Ooh.
yeah, look up Brian Singer. He's a wild man, you know. But X Men is fire. X Men fire. That's what I'm saying. X Men
Oh
fire.
yeah. I mean,
His X Men movies are fire.
those are like childhood movies for us, bro.
I was like, oh man, this man is directing that. But you know what's okay. Also, The Lady Killer is coming to Netflix. I didn't know that.
Ooh.
That comic is fired. They said they added what's her name? Blake Lively.
Ah, okay.
She's gonna be the lead. I'm gonna be like, whoa, okay, cool.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm not. I like Lady Killer. That was a good book. That's a lot of the indie books caught me off guard this year. I've been reading a lot of indie stuff, and indie stuff really caught my guard. But I do like my Marvel and DC. But indie books are just hit different because you never know who's gonna live, who's gonna die.
Well, yeah, and also indie books is like they usually can release and write it whenever they want. They're not strict on the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good.
But I'm excited, man. Also, for action figures,
Ooh.
Quicksilver action figures dropping.
I saw, and it's under the Marvel like umbrella, and it's the Quicksilver from wait,
Infinity
yeah,
Ultron.
it's weird because I'm like, wait, why are they dropping it now? You know what I mean?
I think it's sold out.
But no, like what, like, but why drop it? Like, why
I don't
show that? Like,
you think
that
he's
has
coming
to be a
back?
reason. I mean, he could. I mean, like, why the hell would they make it a big deal if like something? I don't know. There's always a reason for something like that.
You think if he comes back, man? I like that Quicksilver. I want the actual outfit. Like,
Oh yeah. Oh,
I
you
would
want
love,
it?
I would love to have the outfit. Please. That's
Yeah, but it can't stop bullets, bro.
yeah, we're not gonna discuss that.
Uh,
That is real weird. Marvel kills a speedster with bullets. That was wild. Cause I was like, wait.
yeah.
I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I said I'm not
Silver
trying to be
bullet.
that comic book nerd to be like, actually, you know. But I was like,
Yeah, yeah, but you were.
excuse me. But that was different. But I want to see what they. Oh, it's weird that they did that. I want to see what they do though. I'm curious.
Ooh.
I'm curious, but I'm gonna pre-order right now at Best Buy. I need to.
Oh.
I'm gonna get it. I'm
Spend
gonna
the
get.
money on the show
I'm
already.
not gonna. I'm not gonna open it, but I'm gonna get it. I'm not gonna get it. But that's all the news I have for the comics today.
Mm.
Any other spicy news you want to add? You want to add?
See, I have nothing on the vein of comics, but
Oh, you got
we
movie
can
news? Okay.
seg. No, no, no. I don't have anything on like comics or
Okay.
movies or video games, but I do have
Ooh.
news for the music.
All right, hit me. Hit me
So,
with your best shot, baby.
so recently, I just I think it was either yesterday or I don't know when, but I think it was yesterday. Spotify on desktop updated
Oh,
their app.
okay.
So it's really interesting because if a lot of people that I'm pretty sure most people use Spotify on their phone.
Yeah,
So,
that's my love. That's my
but
baby.
oh yeah, same here. But if you notice on the desktop version, it has a lot more to show. It shows a lot more analytics and numbers and ratings
Oh.
for certain songs. But the big difference that I saw is, let's say you have, or if you're going to a playlist or an album or your liked, all you will see is the song's name, the artist, the album, and how long the song is. Now, what they added, and I think it's actually really good, is they added the album picture is there too, because on the phone version it has that. So it's like, you're scrolling down,
Right.
you remember the song's album cover, and you go right there because and
Mm.
your like thing is not really in order; it's all chaotic and stuff.
Okay.
They added that into the Spotify thing. So, and also on the desktop version, they also added, and I think this is really cool because everyone loves the end of the year Spotify
Oh, that's my jam,
wrap
bro.
up.
I love that so
So
much.
yeah, same here. What they added is, if you go on your profile page on the desktop version, this isn't on mobile from what I've seen. On the desktop version, you go to your profile, you scroll down, and it says your top songs from the month. It has the top 50 songs that you've listened for the month. And I looked at it,
Mm.
and I looked at all 50 songs, and I'm like, yeah, yep, I agree. These are definitely the songs I've listened to. Number one was Like a Rolling Stone from Bob Dylan.
Wait,
I was like,
is that on the desktop?
that's on the desktop version.
Oh, I'm about to go look that up right now. I'm about to see what
Yeah,
mine
just
is.
just
Oh
because
man,
I saw that and I was like, ooh, interesting,
I
and
like
I
those
like
little
it.
lists, man. All right.
I did, yeah. And so they did all that for the updates. They kind of compressed a lot of the stuff in the screen, so I guess they could fit more into the screen. On the left side, where you usually would see your playlist,
Okay.
you had to click on the playlist on a different tab to find it. Now every single one of your playlists is on the left side, so it's just right
Mm.
there for you to go and find. So it's really good. I like the sudden change and for the desktop version. It
Okay.
was a sweet surprise to see. Um, Other things from Spotify related news. Just because I just follow more on Spotify stuff is obviously we got a lot of albums dropping out. A lot of them, a lot of albums dropping out.
Okay.
We have good news that J. Cole's releasing his album on May 14th, which is very big, just for the simple fact that he hasn't released an official
Yeah,
album
I
in
saw that. I said,
3 years.
oh wow,
Yes,
wowzer.
it's called Off Season, and I'm very excited. I cannot wait to see to listen to the album. There is a new artist that, well, she's been in I guess in the industry for a few years, but it was weird because it's another cool feature that I absolutely adore in Spotify is when you follow a friend, you can see the music that they listen to. You can
Mm.
see if when they logged in, what they're listening to now, and you can click it and then listen to that song if you want. I saw one of my friends; he was listening to a an in red, and I was like, all right, let me just check this out. I checked it out. Her numbers are ridiculous. They're like 50, 80 million hits, and I'm
Whew.
like, all right, let me see. This girl looks weird. Start listening to the song, and I'm like, oh, not bad at all. I was like, this is really good.
Mm.
I don't mind it. A little weird, but I like weird. So I mean,
Okay. Okay.
that's kind of like. But the stuff I've been listening to is obviously, and a lot of people follow me on my social media stuff. Is I've been heavily on Beatles lately.
Okay.
I had bought in a Abbey Road poster with a frame hanging over my
Mm.
bed. I have bought, like in the beginning of the show, I have bought multiple shirts from Beatles, and I bought a guitar. So I mean, like music
Are
has
you
just
doing it?
been, yeah. So music has been very important in my
Okay.
life
Okay.
as
All
more
right.
as it has been recently.
All right.
But
Got you.
what type of music stuff that you have to present for us?
Ooh. Well, I know Pink is getting the Icon Award. I like
Ooh, for
Pink.
what?
I think the Billboard Icon Award. I think she's getting
Ooh,
that. But I like
okay.
Pink is pretty. Pink is pretty been dope. She's always been in my forte in my
Hey, she's
music.
been singing since we were kids, bro.
Oh man, she was there. You go. Looking
Mm-hmm.
pitiful. I was like, okay. She was hip hop a little bit, but
Mm-hmm.
also that. Also, I've been jamming to a lot of new. I like the Aces. I have a sucker. I'm a sucker for female bands.
Oh,
That's my
yeah.
thing. That's my jam. And also like Carly Rae
Nothing
Jepsen.
wrong with that, bro. There's
Yeah,
no.
I
Oh
know.
yeah. Well, yeah. Carly Red.
That's a
That's your
that's a
name, and
that's
like
a
that's your
that's a
name on Twitter.
yo. Let me tell you, man. Carly Rae
Say it
Jepsen,
again.
I will listen. Erosion is like top five
No, no,
of top
there's nothing
five
wrong
pop
with that.
albums of all time.
One of
I
my
am
favorite female artists is Lana Del Rey. Fucking love her.
oh yeah, my boy loves her, man. Like shout out to boy
Well,
Kate. Kate loves Lana Del Rey. Lana Del
Kate
Rey,
does.
man. Lana Del Rey, man. I was like, you know what? Y'all got that. Y'all got
And
that.
she did drop an album too earlier this year.
I guess you dropped the album too, right? So
Oh
what's
yeah.
up? Okay, so I have a quick question for you. Well, for
Yes.
me,
What's
well
up?
for me, all right. Well, for you, all right. Do so.
Okay.
All right. What's your favorite Beatles song? And who's
My,
your favorite Beatle?
oh, you really
If
do
you only
it.
if you only have four songs. I hate five. We're gonna be
Okay,
different.
okay.
We
Well,
different
four
on
because there's
POV.
four members. Does it have to be in order?
Yeah. No. No.
Okay,
No.
okay,
No. That's hard.
okay.
That's even harder.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so four of my favorite Beatles songs. Okay, so "Twist and Shout"
Yeah.
was in their
That's my
first
jam.
album.
He
Was
said,
please,
shake it, baby. That's my part. Yo,
it's
he
from
killed
their
that.
it's from their first album, Please Me. But it's also a lot of people don't know it's actually a cover of an Isley Brothers song. Um, I just really love, especially the video from the Ed Sullivan Show. If a lot of people want to see how crazy the Beatlemania was, go watch that video of "Twist and Shout" by the
Mm,
Beatles.
that's
It's just the way John just sings, man. Just how energetic and the story behind that song is even impressive. Because their first album, Please Me, they recorded, I think, all 13 songs in 10 hours in one day. They recorded
woo.
every single song. And when, because Twist and Shout is the last song in the album, his John Lennon's voice was literally blown out. And he had to gargle like milk and stuff just to get the voice right, and it made the song even better because you could just tell he was just all in it. All right, so "Twist and Shout." The other one is "Don't Let Me Down." Now,
Okay.
there's two versions of the song. There's the studio version, and then there was the rooftop live performance version. Now, they have an album called "Let It Be Naked." "Let It Be" was their last album that they released, but the naked version was more of a raw take of the songs that they did. And "Don't Let Me Down," they've used the live performance on the roof of Abbey Road on the Apple Corp building, and it just sounds better. I mean, literally the intro from the studio version and then the live performance version are different. I mean, the intro of the song, you hear all the Beatles say, Don't let me down. And then I don't know. It's just a better way to start the song. So that's my second favorite. Well, what? Not really in order. My third has to be Obla Di Obla Da from the White
Okay.
Album, and
Okay.
it's literally I'm giving stories for all these songs just because like I love it, and I've been learning a lot about the Beatles. That song, they were in Jamaica, and Paul
Mm.
McCartney was like talking to this one Jamaican guy. He was like, oh bro, obla di, obla da, life goes on, bro. Everything is good, bro. Everything is good." And he literally was like, I think I like that. I think I'm gonna write a song about that. And literally, it's just a fun little. Oh, are you gonna? Are you singing the Yellow Submarine?
Yo, that's my part. We all live in the
The
yellow
Yellow
submarine.
Submarine.
That song is fire. That song is fire. I
Well,
played
I'm not
Beatles
gonna
Rock
lie.
Band. I
I'm
played
not
Beatles
gonna.
Rock Band, and I was like, cause first I thought the Beatles were not. Yo, I said, cause my boy Adam. Shout out to Adam. He
Yeah.
loves
Well,
the Beatles.
Ringo Starr wrote and sung that song. So
Oh, okay. I
yeah,
like him.
it's a really fun song. It's not on my list, but I was listening to that song a lot more today, which was fun.
That
But
song is that song is fire. But
well,
continue on. My bad to cut you off.
the video is even
Oh
more
yeah.
crazy.
Woo!
The
Okay, I'm sorry.
animation is just
Sorry to cut you
crazy.
off. I got excited. I got
No,
excited.
bro,
All right.
you are a okay, man.
All right. All right.
And then my
You said you're
fourth.
four. Okay, you're fourth. You're fourth.
No. I
Okay.
said my three. I said my
Let's
three
go.
so
Let's
far.
go. Let's get it,
No,
baby.
my last one. My last Beatles song that I absolutely love. It's it's called uh it's called the Ballad of John and Yoko, but it's not the studio version. It's it's on Abbey Road. It's on only on the super deluxe edition of Abbey Road. So it's called The Ballad of John and Yoko Take 7. So they have these things uh, in these albums where they all like show like little takes where it's like not the final version, but you'll hear like the bandmates talking and joking and giggling around, and then they just start playing. But for some weird reason, this version of the song is the better version of the song. It just sounds so much better because I listened to the studio version. It's good. It's good. Don't get me wrong, but it's just the way he just sings. It's just more poetic and more strong. And because the song is basically about him and his second wife Yoko, how the world just basically just shitted on both of them just because they were weird together, and because a lot of people have a resentment for Yoko Ono because she broke the Beatles,
Okay. Yeah, I'm about to ask
which
you, like, hey, how do you feel about that? I'm about to say that was about to be my next
well, but
question.
like honestly, like there was a lot of other issues going on prior to her coming in. No, she didn't help the situation, but
Gotcha.
the cracks were already there before she even came. There's just a lot of things going on. But my favorite Beatle out of the four has to be ah, it has to be Paul McCartney.
Mm.
Just cause like I have a lot of similar quirks for him, a lot of goofiness. It was a tie between him and John, just because like I'm a big personality guy.
Okay.
Now George Harrison, like he made two of the greatest love songs probably of all time. Something in and Here Comes the Sun, and something is beautiful, especially the music video, which is all four Beatles with their wives. That's the whole song. It's
Oh
so
wow.
beautiful, and but yeah, it's just Paul is just such a brilliant, brilliant like musician, piano, drums, guitar,
Hmm.
just certain songs that he did, and like the sheer determination that some of the songs he did, and I don't know, it's just I admire him, and he's probably my favorite Beatle. But yeah, I'm getting a hint that you in the audience are probably getting a little annoyed
Oh
hearing too
no,
much
no,
about the
hey
Beatles.
man, I was curious because everybody, I mean, people love the Beatles, man. I was wondering what the songs you think would be good for people that are just getting into the Beatles,
Okay,
or what could get into the Beatles like that, something that would like lead them into
so
if
so
they're
for
not
me,
if they're not into the Beatles.
so for me, I was always interested in the Beatles. So I was doing this thing late last year where I found an artist. Usually, I've been going through the classic stuff. I found an artist and I listened to their whole discography from beginning to end. So I go for the first album to the very last one, and I decided to do that with the Beatles. And now I'm not gonna lie. The first three albums, they're not bad. They're not bad, but
Okay.
they're very of its time. They're very like beach
All right.
bum. Like they're very just like lovey dovey dovey songs. Now they're really good, and don't get me wrong. Like I'm not diminishing the first three albums. I mean, they're great. They're really good. It's just the Beatles that we know that always get advertised didn't come until Rubber Soul. Rubber Soul was
Mm.
their sixth studio album,
Okay.
and it was literally because they came to America. And Bob Dylan was like, "Would you like to try some weed?" And they're like, "Okay." And then they smoked so much weed that it just blew their minds. And then they just realized that they fucking hated doing the same old songs like about lovey dovey dooby dovey all that
Right.
shit. And then they just started to do more weirder songs. But they
I'm
started
sorry.
to
Okay, sorry.
do no, you're good. There's this there's a song in Rubber Soul called Michelle. Now, the story behind that song is so weird, and this is why that album is such a good album to start with.
Okay.
Is literally John one day was just like, "Hey," he was high as shit. They were high. He was like, "Hey, you remember that one time because how the Beatles started? They worked in little dive bars in Germany, going through Europe and stuff like that, going playing shows like under the fucking basement and stuff like that. So they hustled their way through." But he was like, "You remember that one time you were in Germany and you were like doing this French accent, playing this French chord, and like you were just trying to pick up chicks speaking French, even though you didn't know French?" He was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Let's make a song of that." Where were we at? A place called Mikel, and he was like, let's just say Michelle." And literally, like the song Michelle has a French chord, and it has
Okay.
Paul McCartney just pretending that he was French or something like that. It's just the most goofiest, surreal song in that album, just because it's just goofy. That's when the Beatles start going way more like creative with their works because no more that they were owned by a studio. This is at the point where they became more independent
They
into
get
their
it on their
own.
own.
Yeah, and
Mm.
I
Okay.
think I
Okay.
think I think Rubber Soul is a great place to start. But the album before called Help, I think is fucking amazing because it has
Okay.
Help self-titled, which is from John Lennon, one of his most favorite songs he's ever sung, just because it felt real to him. Because literally, the song is a cry for help. He was on drugs, on alcohol. He was losing like the love of his life because of his drug abuse and alcohol abuse. Like he was literally crying for help in that song.
Ooh.
Yesterday, which is the only Beatles song to have no other Beatles besides one guy sing and play, which is Paul McCartney. That's the only Beatles song where there's only one Beatle performing. Then there's
Mm.
a so yeah, like there's a lot of great songs in there, but I think if you want to get the Beatles that you know and love and recognize, you start from Rubber Soul and on. Because my favorite album is the White Album,
Hey. Okay. You favorite album?
and that's
All right.
and it's the longest album out there. It has every genre almost. It has rock, it has heavy metal, it has soul, it has blues, it has country, it has psychedelic, and something really weird at the end. But yeah, it has all these different genres, all these different noises, all these different things. It's just such a weird album, and I love it. And the only reason why I know it's my favorite now is because if I look at my like list on Spotify, the most songs that I had of the Beatles are from the White
Right.
Album.
From my album.
So,
Okay.
like,
All right.
I think Rubber Soul is the best place to start if you're really interested in the Beatles, and then you listen to from Rubber Soul to Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band to Abbey Road, and then Let It Be, and then you're like, all right, I want to hear where the Beatles started. Then you can start from the very beginning to see how far they come, because I
Mm.
think that's a good way to appreciate the Beatles is to listen to when they started to become the Beatles, and then going back. I'm like, wow, like they progressed so much from what they are now. Like it's so fantastic. I wish I would have done it like that, but I don't regret listening in order.
Hey man, hey, nothing wrong with that, my brother. Nothing wrong with that, my brother.
So what
Okay,
else?
all right. My favorite Beatles songs are.
Ooh,
Let's see. I love Twist and Shout. He's like shake it, baby.
oh baby now.
That's fire.
Yeah.
I like We All Live in a Submarine.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's such a
Uh,
fun song to sing.
and what's the song? I Want You So Bad.
I
That
want you
song.
so. Wait, I want you
Uh,
so bad.
I want you so. It's like down. They on the rooftop. They on the rooftop. I don't know
Rooftop?
that song. I want you so bad. It's Beatles. I want you so. It's Beatles. I want you so bad or something. But I know it's when they had like beards.
Oh, are you? They're on the rooftop, so that
I
has to
want
be
you
like
so.
a letter
I
B.
want you. She's so heavy. She's so heavy. I want you.
She's
She's so
so.
heavy.
I want you. Damn it! How
That
do I
song.
not know this one?
That song. And let's see. Number 3. Uh, I like Come Together. Come Together. I like.
Oh, you got no shoes, show
That
me
that
what
that was different. That
rolling, rolling got.
see the first
Wait, you
version
see,
of that. I heard Michael Jackson version. That's why I was
see,
like,
like
what?
that album, that song is a good song because that was because Let It Be is the last album that they released, but they released it out of order because Abbey Road was the last one they recorded. So the first
Ah,
song, "Come Together," is actually very poetic because it was like, all right, this is the last album we're gonna do before we break up. And I thought, like, come together
ding 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 ding.
right
Right
now
now. I like that song, and
over
then
me.
what's it? Another one I like was I've got a feeling. I've got a feeling.
I got a feeling.
Yeah, I like that one.
How's that go?
That's from Let It Be.
Oh, okay.
That's from Let It Be album. That's when I'm like, all right, because I was like, because I played Rock Band Beatles, and I was like, yo, these songs are fire. And then I was
Yeah.
like, I listened to more of their songs. I said, you know what? They're fire. I
Oh yeah,
respect them.
dude.
I
It's.
respect the Beatles.
I mean, like, it's like I get it. They're a lot of people be like they're overrated. I'm like, I get it because they're the number one band of all time. They have the most records, so of course a lot of people are gonna think they're overrated. But I took the time to listen to all
Right.
their songs, and I'm like, ooh, I can see why a lot of people like them. I love them. I love it.
Okay.
And,
All right. I have another question. All right. Anything
what's
else to
up?
say about the Beatles? Are you good with the Beatles? Are you done with the Beatles? Anything you want to say?
I okay. I have to restrain myself because I can talk about the Beatles almost all
All
day.
day.
So I will. I can do it.
Okay. And all right. So who are you listening to now? Like, give me promote like 3 artists that you should listen to right now. And
So
we'll just
we'll
and
exclude the
I'll do
Beatles
my
because
number 2.
obviously I'll exclude the Beatles just because you all know that. So I've been listening to a lot of Bob Dylan just because he's like one of the greatest.
Bob
Uh,
Dylan. Ooh.
just because like one of my favorite songs is like a Rolling Stone, but it's weird because like he started off his country and then moved on to rock and roll, and I'm like halfway through his catalog, and I absolutely like love him, man. He's just such a in your face guy. Like he never held in what he stands for, and he has a sheer love of just music. And it's weird because a lot of his early songs, he always sounds like an old man. So I don't know. I don't
Mm.
know. I don't know if that will weird people out,
Okay.
but now he has some of the greatest, like one of the greatest civil rights songs is "Blowing in the Wind," and he did that song in the '60s. Like it's one of the most poetic, beautiful civil rights songs
I'm learning.
probably of
I'm
all
learning.
time.
You showing me the
And
way.
another band I
Or
listen to a lot.
anybody, you know. I mean, anybody.
Well,
I mean,
well, it'd be the Doors, but mainly Jim Morrison. So
okay.
like they were in that vein of like Pink Floyd. They were like kind of psychedelic, edgy, like rock and roll. Like not heavy metal, but they're just like they were just edgy rock. So like the Doors such a short-lived like career because unfortunately Jim Morrison died of a drug overdose, quote unquote, when he was 27, and he was one of those famous artists to die at 27 in the 27 Club. And there's just a lot of great songs. Like it's a lot of pain in his words, just because like he was just always living in like a weird constant state of paranoia and just hurt. And I don't really know how to explain it too much. He was just fucked up beyond all belief with drugs and alcohol. But when he was on stage, man, all the other shit just didn't affect his work. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And the Doors are just an amazing, amazing band. And then another artist or group I can recommend, and it's just because like I will always recommend them, is Queens.
Oh, okay. Freddie Mercury.
I
All
have
right.
I have the utmost love and respect for Freddie Mercury. I mean, there's no one in the world that can hit the notes that he
That
can
move is
hit
fire. The move is fire.
because
That move is
literally he
fire.
has the greatest cheat code of all time. It's his teeth. The way he could, just the sheer emotions in all their songs. And I will say this: their first album, not good, but every album after that, amazing. Queen, which is a lot of artists they always do the self-titled album, but Queen, not good. Queen's 2 and everything above, fire, bro. But yeah, like,
Gas? Is it gas? Is that gasoline? Okay.
oh
Okay.
yeah, dude, it's just straight up. I don't know, man. It's kind of hard for me to really explain like the artist without like talking about a lot of the songs, but I will just keep it short. But it would be Bob Dylan, The Doors, and Queen. You said
Uh-huh.
3, right?
Yep. Brit 3.
What about you?
All right. Let's do this. I'm going to go. I've been on. Okay. You know what? First, I'm going to say bang some Carly Rae Jepsen. Emotion
Ooh.
album. Bang that. Bang that all day. I don't care the B side and the A side.
Ooh,
Fire.
both sides.
B
Okay.
side and A side. And also another one is Haim, man. I love instruments like guitar. Haim is like, when I saw them live, I said, this is it.
We saw them live?
Oh, that's the first concert I've been to.
Really?
Whoo! Haim was fire, man. All of them are good. All the albums are good. They're all different.
Yeah.
They're all different, but the albums are like they're kind of the first album I ever listened to all the way through, and was like, okay, bet. I'm not like, all right, I want to do something else, but I liked all their songs. I like how they sing, the little nuances and the little the high notes. I bang with it. But also, this is tough. I want my honorable mention. I'm gonna have to go. All right, K-pop, man.
You're a K-pop man?
Blackpink. I love Blackpink.
Now, do you understand the lyrics?
I have the English version. I still bang the Korean version, but I still bang the Korean version. But also, the Wonder Girls are one of my things too. Wonder Girls is my favorite K-pop band ever.
Really?
And I love that. I love the whole thing. It's like, I love that.
Well, the one thing I can always see about K-pop is like it's very high energy. So I can see why a lot of people like
and
it.
then like the Wonder Girls went away for a little bit. Then they like learned instruments. It was crazy. They learned like actual instruments, playing actual songs with that was fire. And then another one is the Aces, all female band. Woo! And they're kind of like kind of like Haim, and like a mixture like of old school bands back in the day. Oh, this is another one. Oh, is it Cherry? Is it Cherry? No, it's Cherry. Cherry band. It's called a band. I know Charlie XCX made this band.
Yeah.
And I forgot what they're called. But they are also fire. I forgot what they're called, but they have a good song called Better Run. Thank you. They have some Better Run. Listen to them. That's one of the bands I really like too. But I'm really I'm open really now.
Yeah.
I'm open now what I'm listening to. I'm just giving everything a shot. So I'm like,
oh yeah, obviously you can't really judge something until you start
Nasty Cherry. Nasty Cherry is the band.
Nasty Cherry.
Nasty Cherry is the band. They have a Netflix special. You can watch it. It's on Netflix.
Ooh.
Bang them. bang them.
Let me ask you this on the vein of I guess pop music. How'd you
Uh-huh.
feel about the Vogue cover of Billie Eilish?
I don't know. I don't. Fun fact. I don't really listen to Billie Eilish.
Okay. But
But
you've seen the picture, right?
yeah, it's kind of weird. She's kind of. I thought she was like closed off about that, right? Wasn't she like closed off about doing stuff like that?
Yeah, just because like she, I guess from the get go, she knew she had a very sexual body, and she kind of just hid that from the world, which I can understand,
Yeah, people
just
are
because
weird,
like
man. People are
society,
weirdos,
yeah.
man.
But
People
like
are weirdos.
it's just kind of. I guess a lot of the people are just kind of confused because it's just like, all right, you were shut shy about this from the get go, but
Now you
now
out
you're
with the
just
mouth.
yeah now like right when you turn like
Yeah,
well she's
I
19
mean,
but
oh, she said,
it's
oh, I'm about to ask. I agree. Wait, how old is
she's not
she?
she's 19 she's
Okay, I
19.
agree. They better lock these people up. All
I
right.
mean, honestly, I think it's kind of deliberate because it's just like, all right, like she's of age, so like, let me start, being proud of my body, and I don't know. I mean, hey, I give her kudos, bro. Like, she
Yeah,
probably
love
had to deal with a
yourself.
lot of shit because, like,
Oh man.
just because she does have a mature body, she had a very mature body at a young age, so she tried to keep that on wraps because she didn't want to get creeped
Oh, her
on.
style was dope though. Like, has to with the big shirts and stuff. That was
Oh
dope.
yeah,
That's
I mean,
that was
my
dope.
sister dressed like that, so like at
That's
one point in her
cool.
life
That's
too.
cool as hell,
So
man. That's
yeah,
cool. But I like her. I like her. Bad Guy is the jam though. I like that song though. Doom,
I mean
doom,
that
doom, doom.
that song.
I that's I basically like the only song and The Crown. I'm lying. You can see me in the that part.
Yep.
That's fire. But those two songs I bang with. But Billie Eilish, she's alright. She's just not my cup of tea. She's kind of
Yeah.
sad. But
She has her
you know
new
me.
album coming out in June, I think.
Another
So
one?
that's gonna be,
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay. Do
So
you
it's
like
gonna be a
her?
big
Do
one.
you bang?
No, I don't
No.
listen to her, but my sister does.
What? Okay.
But
Okay.
like I follow a lot of music news, so like she's obviously always on the
Hey, I
news because
feel the
she's
same.
like one of the
Yeah,
biggest.
I agree.
So
Because some people are like, all right, cool, you know. But I would give everybody a chance to listen to, you know.
oh yeah. All
What?
right. So what are you gonna say?
Okay,
Sorry.
all right. I have to start. I have another question. What
No, it's
genre are you like? Are you critical the most of?
critical? Like I judge a lot, or
Yeah, you judge a lot.
what? There has to be the state of hip hop, I guess, kind of, just because I'm really critical on that. Just because, like I'm not going to be one of those guys that bashes like the hip hop now. I mean, because
Okay.
there's a lot of people that
Yeah,
are
I like it.
hustling and trying to do it now.
I
It's
like
just
it.
I kind of
Okay.
hate how it's being sold. Like it's
Okay.
just very very just it's probably to a point where it's like it's not rap anymore. It's more pop, which I'm like
Right.
I have no problem, but like you're selling it as rap when it's pop, and
Right.
like rap or hip hop has a specific type of rhythm and tone and beat, and you can honestly just tell like with the I mean we'll get a great rap album or hip hop album once in a while, but it's so different.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. Like all right, I'm gonna put my old man pants on just because my birthday is gonna be next week and I'm gonna be 28. But like half this shit I do here, it's just nothing but bass. I just hear nothing but
Hey,
bass
step of the bass.
and then nothing but mumbling, and I'm like, I
Okay.
get it, I
Okay.
get it. That could be its own genre mumbling, but like it's just shit that like I don't really like just because like I grew up with hip hop and rap, and I'm like I don't like where it's going, but obviously like our parents, I mean things change, man. Things
Yep.
unfortunately change, whether it's for good or bad. I mean honestly, like I'm so involved in classic rock. I don't even know like any good rock bands now. I'm
Okay.
so sucked in just because like I love what I'm hearing
Okay.
before, and I'm like I'm so scared to listen to the things now because I'm like I don't
Mm.
know if it's gonna be as good or something like that. You know?
I think you'll
What
find
about
something.
you? What are you critical of?
I think rap is one thing, but I love I like old rap. I like Beastie Boys. I love the Beastie Boys, man. I don't
Nice
know what it
'90s rap.
is. I like Beastie Boys, but rap is critical of that, and like I'm a little weird about like the indie, like the that kind of music.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
very picky about that.
yeah.
That's a whole different type of thing. That's a whole different type of thing. But I was like,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, it's
But I mean, I
weird,
respect,
bro.
I respect it, man. But I'm open to
Yeah.
everything, though. But yeah,
Oh, bro, we can go into long discussions about how songs are recorded. Like, bro. But like, it would just take forever. But I will
Yep.
close it because we've hit the hour mark. Let me ask you this very
Okay.
important question. So, if you could choose right now, what artist would you like to be your number one artist at the end of the year on your Spotify wrap up? You can only
Oh.
pick one.
Oh my god! I want.
Because you remember how they had like you are the 0.1% top fan of this artist. So imagine that. Imagine if you were the 0.1% like top.
Probably. I want to say the Aces, but
The Aces?
it's probably gonna be the Aces. It's probably gonna be the Aces. Oh no, do a Lipa too. Oh shit, I don't. Woo! Okay, no, I'm lying. I am a liar. Dua Lipa is fire too, but I'm glad it's probably gonna be the Aces. If they keep
Okay.
dropping heat, they keep dropping that heat. I'm probably gonna bang with the Aces. Aces.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
Like,
oh
what are they?
God.
What are their monthly followers or listeners? That's
Oh
always a
God.
big,
No,
big.
that's a good thing. See, I didn't know about that. The monthly it said. Oh God. Wait. Oh, you have to go to their
Their page,
artist.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me see something. All right, so you have to go to their page. Okay,
Yeah.
their monthly listener. Oh, that's crazy. I've never done this on the thing.
No.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, if
Wow.
you go to the
Okay,
page, yeah.
they have a million
Uh,
and 42.
So yeah, you just have to
Seven.
be ahead of all those guys and gals.
Oh God.
Uh,
I don't know about that one, but I'm banging them. I'm banging with them, yo. They're dope, man.
oh, bro. Alright, well, obviously mine is going to
Probably,
be
yeah.
zero
Oh
point,
man.
but I have a lot of competition because they
Yeah,
have
good
over
luck, bro.
24
Yeah,
million monthly
yeah. Good
listeners.
luck, bro. Good luck,
But,
bro.
bro,
Good
I
luck with
listen
that.
to a lot. Like, I think. I think I'm gonna break records this year in Spotify for most listening out of my like 4 years of having Spotify. So I think
Really?
it's gonna be a lot because bro, I got AirPods, so like now I've been listening to a lot more music.
Oh, oh man, they're love. I got them for the gym.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. It's
Oh,
great.
dude, it's just so convenient, bro. But yeah, like that's kind of what I want to do because I'm like, if I could show that off at the end of the year, I'd be like, yeah, I'm a Beatles fan, baby. I'm in the top percent of the whole world.
Oh man. Oh man.
But
I love it.
look, this was a fun show. I had a great time
It
talking
is.
music with you, bro.
Yes,
But
sir.
where can our fans and listeners
All
find you?
right. First of all, check out my new YouTube video. It's coming out this week. I have two new YouTube videos coming out this week. I'm trying to do
Mm-hmm.
double dose.
Ooh.
And you can find me at Sailor Gains
Yep.
18 on Twitter, Instagram, all that jazz. Follow me. Drink your water. I love y'all. And next, it's you.
Don't we have an actual Twitter account now for this show?
Well, my bad. Oh, my bad. All right, I will. Oh, I gotta see his stuff for that, man. I gotta see. It's called the POF Pod at Twitter. At Twitter.
Okay.
We're talking about that Twitter. We're gonna get the Instagram and all that stuff later, but
I think
yeah.
when you post the video or the podcast, have that in the description just for Twitter. Just
Gotcha.
add that so it'll just be easier too for people to
Yes,
listen.
sir.
But carry on.
Yes, sir. But other than that,
Okay, well the fans here can follow me
yes, sir.
at Benny J Blanco on Instagram, all lowercase, no space, and at the Benny J Blanco on Twitter. Also, if the fans out there must know, I took a very risque photo on Instagram. It's with me and my guitar, and
Just you and your guitar. We'll leave it at
oh yeah,
that.
just me and my guitar. But I would like to say this to everybody: I am in the process of writing a song.
Oh,
Yes, with my guitar. Just for fun. I want to do this for fun and hopefully post it. And I will let obviously the world know when it's done. But I would just like to formally announce that I am writing a song.
all right, guys. Well,
Yes, but this has been a pleasure.
episode 2 of the rap.
Oh yes, man.
Yes.
This is such a great day, and thank you again for listening, and thank you, Tev, for
Oh, what? Oh
creating this
man, come
show.
on, brother. It's for us together.
Uh,
Everybody, I love y'all. Have a good night.
mhm.
Peace.
Out.